Okay. So this is actually related to Empire Central. Spunky Monkey.
What?
The person's name is Spunky
Oh,
Monkey.
all right.
Uh,
We're off to a good start.
Spunky Monkey asks, "What is your favorite song that you didn't write on Empire Central?"
Oh, wow. Dang. I don't know if I can answer that because they're kind of all my favorite, which is a lame answer. But seriously, they're all really cool and really different and totally sound like the person that wrote them,
Mm-hmm.
which is really awesome.
Do you think
You
that's
know,
more so the case now that you've had some time off, that the songs are really, you can hear the composer more so in each song rather than just like hearing the band as a whole and having them kind of mesh together? Do you think that's kind of different now?
I think it's actually kind of the same. I think everyone's always had kind of an identity
Mm-hmm.
to their writing. And if you're a member of the band, it's pretty easy to pick out, you
Yeah.
know,
You can just
that
hear it
kind of
immediately.
stuff.
You're like, ah, that's,
Uh-huh.
that's, Chris or
That's like, this is this guy's song. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one comes from Kinky Belt. These names.
You got
Uh,
some funny followers, buddy.
I know. I'll take what I can get.
All
What
right.
is his writing process? What is your writing process for writing songs on your own albums? How much input is there from the bandmates and the featured artists?
Okay. It's sort of disconnected and haphazard and pieced together. I'm always cataloging ideas, and then there's like an internal clock that I have that's like, okay, it's time to go through all these ideas and start making songs.
Hmm.
And so that's what I'll do. Some stuff is, I'll maybe start a demo. Other things are just a thing on my phone, like Trinity, for example. But and then I kind of piece through these ideas, whether it's a melody or a groove or a chord progression or a riff or whatever it is, and try to find something identifiable that's like maybe not so musical.
Hmm.
And then just kind of start expanding things with that kind of frame of reference. Like, what does this riff remind me of? Like, where do we exist here beyond this is a guitar sound?
Hmm.
Like, what does this remind me of? A person, a place, a thing, an event, whatever, a feeling. So if I can kind of tie that stuff together, an image, a color,
Hmm.
you know, I'll start writing. And certain things I'm like, that wasn't such a good idea, and leave it alone. Other things, yeah, they turn into tunes.
Hmm. Do you work
I,
like
I,
when you're doing when you're in this process? Are you treating it like you're working a job where you're like, I'm gonna wake up at this time and then from this time to this time I write, or do you just kind of do it like as you're feeling
no,
it?
sometimes I try to do that. I actually did a little bit of that this summer, and it actually worked out really well because I ended up with a lot of material that I'm going to start recording, I guess, my next official full length record throughout 23 to put it out probably in 24.
Do you know who's gonna be on it yet?
Well, I mean, it'll be probably my usual guys,
Hmm.
and then maybe bring in some features. I'm not really sure what I want to do there yet. The music's got to kind of dictate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely some people that I've been thinking about reaching out to do some stuff with. But anyway, so I tried that kind of approach of like regimented writing, and I think it actually kind of worked out pretty well.
Hmm.
I'll probably try that again. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it works.
Okay. This one, I to be honest, I noticed this one because of the person's username, and I could tell that they're definitely a Fearless Flyers fan. Their username is the Wolfpecker.
All
So
right.
yeah, look, they can do what they want. They.
Yeah.
I think these are the people that weren't being responsibly dumb in college. They were just being dumb. Sorry, Wolf. What is the number one thing you try to keep in mind in regards to phrasing when improvising? That's a technical question.
Okay. I try to tell a story. I mean, the solo's got to go somewhere.
Hmm.
I definitely try to be conscious of rhythms, um, and the melodic content too. But I tend to base how I build phrase after phrase based on what I'm doing rhythmically, I think.
Hmm.
And sometimes I don't think about like guitar soloing, like, oh, how would this sound if I was a bass player? How would this sound if I was playing trumpet or something? How could I? Because if you're playing a wind instrument, you have to breathe. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So like having that, being conscious of knowing when to leave space in your phrasing, can be really helpful. Certain kinds of music, Other times you just gotta shred. But for most of the kinds of music I play, there's breaths in the phrasing.
Yeah.